DynamicCardStore.com to get the cards, icons, legends aiming at the stars. Hursty at checkout to save you plenty. Now your bank account won't be staying empty. DynamicCardStore.com. Use code Hursty.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome back to the FIFA 21 QPR Career Mode. If you are not all nice and caught up with this series, then please do go back and catch yourself up with the rest of the series. It is in a playlist. Go and watch that and then come back to us. But if you are nice and caught up, then welcome to today's episode. Today we are going up against Derby, then we're going into the January transfer window, and then we have a cup game, I believe, against Ipswich. So today the main thing is, obviously, firstly, we have to get through this game against Derby. I'm not entirely sure where they are in the table. I think they're in that bottom half. I think they are, yeah, 16th place right now. So obviously we're the team, you know, quite a bit higher up the table. Again, that possibility to try and keep that pressure on that top 6 team, or those top 6 teams, I should say, and try and push ourselves back into that top 6, because a playoff place would be absolutely phenomenal. Bearing in mind that the board wanted us to avoid relegation. You know, they wanted us to be aiming to try and finish around that 20th place mark. We're currently in 8th, so we're doing something right. We're obviously doing something a little bit right here. But before we get into that game, I am going to do something that I think a lot of people have asked me to do for quite some time now. It is time for Pepe Arse to join the big boys. It's time for him to come into the first team. We're going to send him into that squad. And man, I'm excited. Honestly, I'm excited to have Mr. Pepe on his way into the big time. And what we're going to do is we are going to move him a little bit nearer to the old, main squad. But he isn't going to be playing just yet. What I want to try and do, basically, is I'm trying to work out where he's actually going to play, because realistically he's a cam / centre mid and we play 2 CDMs, so I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna be able to run him into the team right now. We will have to look to change it at some point, but I'm going to put him on a development plan, get him training up, and the plan will probably be try and send him out on loan during January so he can get a little bit of game time at probably like a League 1 or League 2 team. Most likely will be the kind of people that come in for him. But yeah, let's get to Derby. Let's concentrate on Derby, try and get the 3 points there, and then obviously we need to pick up our centre-back in the January transfer window, and I think I've narrowed it down to who I'd like to get. So let's get Derby out the way, and then we'll get into the January transfer window. So I'll see you at the loading screen for Derby. Okay, so going into the game against Derby, their probable lineup there, you can see quite a few tired players there. They've got a few players that potentially we could try and just have our, you know, fresh legs do well up against. But we're going with our obviously usual formation. Don Ball is coming for Cameron. Otherwise, it's exactly the same team you would have seen. Actually, no, Ellis Todd is coming as well. So Todd and Ball come in because Cameron was quite tired. Obviously, Todd is the person I would look to start just because obviously he's young and we're trying to get him up in rating more and more each time, or each episode, each month, however quickly they grow on this. So that's the plan. I have got Pepe Arse on the bench, I have to say. Cameron was literally dead on his feet. He had 0 stamina whatsoever. And we do have a cup game up next, so we can afford a bit of rotation in the next game. So let's get into this game and hope that 3 points are what we get today. It seems inevitable that we see Lyndon Dykes at the start of every game being the lead top goal scorer, because the man does not stop scoring. But away to Derby is always going to be a slightly tricky one. I'll be curious, I mean, if they played Rooney or not. I'm not too sure. I don't think he was in the predicted lineup, so be interesting to see if he makes his way on the pitch at all. But I think today, again, the main thing we've got to really try and aim for here is a comfortable 3 points. Play well, get the 3 points, keep this sort of run of form pushing towards that top 6, because I think it's doable. We've just got to be consistent. So 3 points today, that's what we're aiming for. Derby actually attacking us on the counter here. It's a very, very good little bit of play from them. Todd Kane, oh, he should have won that, but he has been turned sort of slightly inside out there. Can he maybe just keep the pressure on him there? He's done well to force him to go backwards, but that's a very clever little ball over the top. They're trying this sort of little, you know, little dinks over the top and playing it over players, and it's kind of working well for them. They try and play that ball in behind, but Dickey does really well. Amos does really well as well. And now we maybe have a slight chance to counter. Let's see if we can maybe get anything from this. Going to play this ball up to Kelman. Go on, Dykes, mate. Make a run. Lyndon Dykes try to go through, and I think he might just be outpaced there. Good little effort. This is good little end-to-end stuff here. This is a good game. Oh, they've got the beating here of a lot of our players. Dunball has had to make his way back because Dickey was pushed quite far forward there. They're knocking around, like, look, this just little interplay. These little one-touch passes that Derby are doing make it very, very difficult to get the ball off them. But Hammerliner does well there to make the tackle on, I think it was Byrne that had the ball, and he's taken the throw in as well. Again, they're just keeping this ball around the 6-yard box. Again, we just have to be careful. I need to make sure I don't move my centre-backs too much out of position, because obviously the AI will absolutely abuse the fact that they are out of position here. But Burner's taking it past Amos. Burner's just, look at this little bit of dribbling from Burn, man. He's doing absolute bits here. But Dunball is going to get back there to try and win this ball on the edge of the box. They play it around quite nicely. They're going to work it into the box. Lovely block there from Dickey. And then we are going to just about get that ball away as well. Is that not a foul, ref? Apparently not. Apparently it's not a foul. We don't work it out at all. They work it back into the box. It's a good effort, and that is a goal. I have to say, I feel a little bit hard done by, because I do feel like there was a foul on, I think it was Connor Masterson on the edge of the box there. But I'm a little bit gutted because, again, this has been a tricky game. It's been very, very end-to-end. So I think this is going to be a tricky game to get back into, because they, as you can see, when they've had the ball, they've been an absolute nightmare to actually win the ball back off of. So this is not a good spot for us to be in. I feel like Lumley maybe could have done a little bit better there. But 1-0 down, 35 minutes in. Not a fantastic time to concede. Just, you know, a little bit before half-time. So a time to try and maybe counter back a little bit before half-time. But again, they're a very tough team to break down. And I'm certainly discovering that in this game. Get the ball here to Don Ball. He's going to play it in to Lyndon Dykes. Lyndon Dykes is going to have to run down a little bit here and play it up to Ellis Todd. We see the space here for Don Ball. He's going to play it to Kelman. Kelman to Lyndon Dykes. Dykes on the turn with the finesse. That was never going to head goalward. I should have waited, been a bit more composed. He's got his back to goal. That was always going to be tricky. This could be the last chance here before half-time. We take the throw in and throw it to Kelman. Kelman's going to play it back to Amos. We're going to go to Lyndon Dykes here. Kelman needed to make a run. Took a little bit too long, and the defender just manages to poke his toe in and get a touch on the ball there. But Amos does win it back. Kelman is going to try and find Lyndon Dykes. Kelman, you need to make a run, mate. He does. Oh, but it's, again, another good tackle from the defender. And I think that is going to be the end of the first half. It is. I'm a little bit gutted, as I said. That I think is their first shot of the game. I don't think they've had many chances. But then again, I don't think we've had that many chances. That shot with Dykes might actually be our only shot of the game, because the chance with Bright, obviously, I tried to pass it across. So it's been a tough little game. I'm going to do something a little bit audacious here. We are going to change to a 4-1-3-2, I think is what I'm going to play. Or I might just go to a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. I think, not narrow, a 4-1-2-1-2 wide. We're going to go to this, and I am going to do the madness. Pepe Arce is going to get an early little chance to prove himself in this squad. So I'm going to change the tactics just a little bit. Make sure we're nice and covered, and Amos is going to get the support he needs. But it's time for Pepe Arce to see if he can make a stamp on this team. Okay, tactics are sorted. Second half, we are ready to start. Pepe Arce with his first touch on the ball here. And, mate, honestly, I'm excited to get him going. I know, obviously, he's only 60 rated. But hopefully, this little change in formation gives us options going forward. It would mean that maybe in the future, instead of, you know, taking off a wide player to bring on Ilias Chair out wide, maybe we take off a wide player and play Ilias down the middle. We'll have to wait and see. We do get the ball here to Charlie Kelman. Kelman can't quite get the ball past the defender. I was going to just sweat that across to Lyndon Dykes, but it wasn't to be. But again, let's see if this second half, maybe we can start a little bit of a comeback here. Pepe Arce with this little bit of touch there on the ball. We're going to play it out to Ellis Todd. Ellis Todd going to try the finesse. Good save from the keeper. Not a bad start to the second half. We've started pretty strongly here. We are going to try and whip this ball in the middle, but after laying it off here to Charlie Kelman. Kelman now. Where can he go with this ball? We need space here. Kelman is going to think that ball up into the air. Lyndon Dykes tries to win the header, but doesn't. And they do start to get it away. But Pepe Arce, it's a bad control there. Oh, they've given the ball here to Lyndon Dykes. That is the one man in this team you do not want to give the ball away to, because he will punish you and get himself another goal. 22, I believe it is now for the season. Things you do absolutely love to see. He doesn't know what to do to celebrate. He's just running around like a madman. But we do manage to get the returning goal there. That is a defensive mistake there from Derby. The first time, really, the AI have not been on it for them, because that is a bit of a stinker. But thankfully, it gives us a chance to try and get something back into this now. As you can see, just a poor and loose pass there. But Dykes, as soon as I got that ball with Dykes, I was only heading one direction, and that was me heading towards that goal and finding the back of the net. 1-1. We're back in it, boys. They've got the ball out wide here. They've worked this pretty nicely, but I have to say, Connor Masterson has done really well to keep them out and keep them going backwards. Pepe Arce now has tracked all the way back here as well, but that's a lovely through ball, but a bit of a scuffed shot. I think Lumley had that one covered, just saw that one out. But we have to be careful. Again, if they work the ball into a decent spot, we've seen all it takes is for them to find a little bit of space and find a half-decent shot, and we are in trouble. So we've just got to be careful. Got to be careful with possession, he says, giving the ball away, and make sure we keep their chances to a minimum. But they do have a chance maybe here. Can we just, again, see the man up? Lovely stuff there from, I think that was Rob Dickey. Lovely stuff, but now we've got a corner to defend. See if we can keep this one out there. I'm going to play it short. See if Bright can be the man here to keep the man out. It's a good start there from Bright, but I think we're going to have to take Bright off after the next time the ball goes off the pitch. Keep the ball out there. Don't let them shoot. They've played it out wide. Good effort. Lumley, calm. Good save. Okay, Albert Adoma is going to make his way on here for Brighter side Samuel, purely because he is quite tired. I was tempted to keep Adoma rested and play him for like the full 90 minutes against Ipswich, but I think 20 minutes or like 15 or so minutes today after like a three-day break, Adoma should still have some decent stamina to be able to play at least the majority of the game against Ipswich. But paying attention to this game right now, Ellis Todd with a good chance to whip this ball into the box. It is a good chance to cross it in. The keeper heads it off the line. I think he could have caught it. I don't think the player tried to pass it back to him, so I think he probably could have afforded to catch that, but he decides to head it off the line. Bit of an interesting one. The cross, I maybe wasted the chance a tad with the cross there, but Lyndon Dykes going to play it up to Pepe Arce. Pepe Arce now tries to play it through. Lyndon Dykes, I think, is just offside, finds the back of the net, but I'm fairly sure it's off. Wait, it's not offside. Boys, that's 2-1. What a madness. I didn't think that was in. I thought Dykes was offside. I thought Kelman's passed through. I thought Lyndon was a good couple of yards off, but he wasn't. Boys, I'm going to have to watch that back because I was almost 100% sure he was offside, but that's why you play to the whistle, boys. Not that I can hear it, but, mate, how is he onside? I'm going to have to watch that back. I actually don't see how Lyndon Dykes is onside there. I'm not going to complain, but I actually genuinely don't think he was onside. Right, let me have a look. How? Surely he's ahead of that man. Sure, I don't understand that. Wait till the... Oh, I mean, maybe then. I don't know. I thought maybe he's just onside, maybe. I thought he was off. But, boys, I'm not going to complain. We will take those all day, every day. I will also say to you now, it seems maybe a bit of a risk, but we are going to bring on Gubbins because, again, I want to try and get his sharpness up just a little bit, just so we have him potentially as an option. Although, actually, saying that, we are about to sign a centre-back. You know what? We're not changing anything. We're sticking with the boys. He's going to get tired, Masterson, but we'll hopefully have a centre-back signed in time to play the game against Ipswich. So we're going to stick with it. 10 minutes, boys. Hold on. 3 points on the cards here. I'm blown away how that happened. I won't lie. I've got a chance here. Pepe Arce is tracking all the way back here to try and get involved and help stop this attack. And I have to say, good positioning there from Hämäläinen. And we do manage to get the ball away here. Pepe Arce going to try and play a lovely through ball here to Lyndon Dykes. Does so pretty well as well. Dykes plays it up to Kelman. Kelman now. Just hold on to the ball. Dykes here with a chance. No way. Come on, Pepe, mate. This is your chance, Pepe. Oh, he couldn't quite get there. He wasn't tall enough. And the defenders beat him to it. But... mate, he's got involved. It's good to see how well he's actually got involved in this game because it's not like he's just kind of been there. He has actually done something. He's actually been taking part in play as well, and his passing feels pretty decent. So hopefully that could be a chance for him to try and, you know, maybe even in the future, the 4-2 or what's it called, the 4-1-3-2 could be a formation for us to pay attention to. They do win the ball at the end, but thankfully it was too near to the final whistle, and that is full time. A very, very weird 3 points earned. I'm not gonna obviously be upset about the 3 points. They're very, very happy to have done it, but the second goal, honestly, completely baffled me. But shock horror, Lyndon Dykes with another 2 goals in this game to help us with another victory. You can see possession-wise, we were actually out possession today, which doesn't happen too often, but a big game there. 3 fantastically earned points. Now it's time to get into the January transfer window. Let's get a centre-back brought into the team. Okay, it is January 1st, and there are a few things I would like to do. Firstly, I am going to go and try and find a few more young English players to bring into our youth system, just so we've got a few more options going forward. Again, the option and possibility of loaning a few players out as well as and when we sign them, just so we, again, you know, we're future-proofing ourselves. We have these players for the future and hopefully, you know, some decent players. Sadly, I'm going to have to stick with a 3-3 scout just for now. What I'll do is next season, we might use some of our budget next year to try and potentially pick up a better scout, because obviously a 3-3 is not amazing, but, you know, picking up a 5-5 is my entire budget, so I wouldn't even be able to send a scout out if I did that. So I'm going to stick with this for now. We're going to see how much picking up our centre-back is going to be. Like I said, I have got a player in mind out of the ones we shortlisted I would like to try and pick up, and you know what, I'll just show you now. I'll show you now exactly who I'm liking and wanting to pick up, and that is Carter Vickers. I think for roughly, you know, I can pick him up on a free. I think we can pick him up for about, you know, £5,000 to £6,000 a week. I think we can bring him in for next season and definitely have him as an option, and then look to pick up one of the other guys for right now. And I think House is possibly the person I might look at. Sadly, with House, I might have to offer a player purely because they want between 3.7 and 5.3. We have 3.6, so that one could be a bit of a stinker. The other option would have maybe have been Eric Garcia, but his value has gone up a lot. So that is going to be an issue for us. So what I'm going to do is I think we're going to go and try and pick up a centre-back for now, but I don't think we can pass up on Carter Vickers for a free. Him on a free for next season, he'll be like at a base of a 70 rating. That'll be fantastic for us to pick up. You can see all it takes him to go to like a 72 and he's worth more than we can afford. So I think he'll be great to pick up on a free contract. I'm going to go and inquire for Courtney House. I think that's how you say it. And if we can pick him up, that'd be amazing. I'll let you guys know how the negotiation goes. But let's see if I can pick him up a little bit less than the asking amount. That'll be ideal. Okay, I'm going to undercut massively to start off with. I'm going to offer 2 mil and just see what he says to 2 mil. They say they want blooming Ilias Chair. That's not happening. Ilias Chair is going nowhere. Again, I'll go back to the 2 mil because I don't want to offer Ilias Chair. Although he's worth 3. 2.7 and a sell-on fee. I don't... This isn't looking great, boys. I'll be honest with you. 2.1 on 4%. 16%. You know what? I don't think House is happening. I think we're going to have to look elsewhere, boys. Okay, so I've looked through and I'm really struggling to find people that I think will even fit to what we're particularly looking for and being within budget. It really is a tricky one. I've also found this Brignani is how I'm going to say that. He is currently loan listed from Bologna and looks half decent, so I thought I'd just throw a cheeky little inquiry on him anyway. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up Carter Vickers. I'm going to try and sign him to the team now and make sure I've got that done and dusted and I don't miss out on it. What we could do, worst case scenario, is potentially if Carter Vickers ended up being someone, or not even Carter Vickers, but if obviously he was coming in for next season, then maybe I just need a loan. Okay, so we saw another contract. So you can see here that he is asking for 10 grand a week. Well, he was asking for 14. I've offered 10. Hopefully, he will accept that. So he wants more wages. So again, ideally, I'd like it to be just a little bit lower. So I'm going to go to 11, and then I'll offer like 190 starting out. And see if he potentially accepts that. He's fairly adamant on 14. So we'll stick with 14 grand a week. That is what he's going to be on. But you know what? I'm not too upset. Carter Vickers on a free joining us next season I think is pretty darn good. So again, he is ready to join us next season. I think the plan will be let's try and get a loan in for this season. And go from there, I guess. So let's try and find a loan. Okay, so I'll look for a centre-back, have really been halted. I tried to get Adarabayoyo in on loan, but Man City wanted me to pay 70% of his wages. They would not budge on that. I even asked for a 50-50, and they would not budge on us paying 70%, which meant we were paying like something like 30 grand a week for him, which was not going to happen. I'm not going to pay 30 grand a week for a short-term loan for a player, so that wasn't going to happen. It seems a little bit off the cards at the moment, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait between episodes, get some more opinions from you guys, so pop down in the comment section some either cheap players to pick up as a centre-back for us that aren't going to cost us too much, so we're looking at around the 2 mil mark and aren't on too many wages. Obviously that is quite important as well for our structure going forward too, but also if that isn't a possibility, then someone to potentially bring in on loan, even if it's just short term, just to kind of see us through till Barbe comes back from his injury, knowing that we have Carter Vickers for next season. So let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, we'll probably have to try and pick someone up next episode. But I would still say that our loan bringing in of Carter Vickers for next season is still a very good, not even a loan, sorry, our free pickup of Carter Vickers coming in for next season is still very good business. So still not the end of the world for us. We've still done something okay in this window so far. Okay, so going into the second game now, we have got Ipswich in the Cup. So you can see I've got a bit of a rotated team. So what we are going to do is we are actually going to sim this game and see how this game kind of plays out for us. And hopefully we can get something from this. What I'll do is I'll sim... Actually, you know what? Do we sim this or do we play it? It's the FA Cup. I think what we'll do is we'll sim the first round of the cup. I think we simmed the other cup game as well. So we'll sim this, and if we start coming up against some slightly bigger teams, then we'll look to play the cup games as well. But you can see the lineup. So we've got Lumley, Kakai, Dickey, Masterson, Hammerline, and Cameron, Amos, Todd, Adoma, Pepe Ars with his first start for the team, and Macaulay Bonne in a 4-2-3-1. So a bit of a weirder formation, but I wanted to rotate things a little bit. Obviously, Dykes is quite tired. A lot of the other sort of players that I've left out are fairly tired too. If this game at half-time either isn't looking particularly great for us, or I feel like we need to jump in and take over, then I will do for the second half. But regardless of what goes on in the first, we'll see the first half out as a simulated game there. But I think Pepe Ars has played that across there. Pepe Ars was nearly in the box there, a good chance as well, but Macaulay Bonne couldn't quite get it going as well. One thing I'm noticing straight away is Masterson is very, very tired already. So Masterson is definitely not going to see the 90 minutes out. He will probably come off at half-time, move Kakai to centre-back, and bring on Todd Kane at right-back. So that's something we're going to have to be very aware of. It's something we're going to have to pay attention to as well. But let's hope that we can maybe just keep Ipswich nice and quiet in this first half. And realistically, we should be looking to take the lead here. This is not exactly a massively weakened side. Oh my god, I thought that went in there, but it's because Lumley left it because it was offside. That's okay. I can forgive that. That's all right. But again, I need to make sure that the boys here have a decent little first half and prove themselves. A lot of interplay there between Pepe Ars and who's number 20, Cameron. That makes sense. So it'll be nice to see if they can link up a little bit more. But really a nothingy kind of half so far. The only real things that have happened is the referees had to stop it 3 times for offsides for Ipswich players. So that's really all that's gone on in the first half so far. Nothing particularly to shout about. I think it's looking like we will probably be taken over in the second half. Poor play there from Hammerline to knock that ball off the pitch. Adoma not doing much better there as well for himself. But it's, again, that Ipswich are just looking a little bit better, knocking it around quite nicely, and we're trying to rely on the counter. But look, you can see we go back too quickly, and we end up just, spraying the ball off the pitch, which isn't really what we need. We need the possession, and we need to look good on the counter. If we're going to be pegged back by a team like Ipswich in, when we should be really looking to dominate them with not particularly a weakened side here. A few players missing for sure, but, enough first-team players here to really cement, an easier win in this game. But I have to say, Ipswich playing well. They've knocked the ball forward here. We do win it off them, and that is going to be half-time. We are definitely going to be jumping in at half-time for sure. I can't really warrant us not jumping in for the second half. As I said, I am going to have to make that change with Masterson. So he is going to be coming off, and Todd Kane is going to be coming on. But otherwise, an unchanged team. Let's see if we can do better than our simulated first half. Ball in the middle to Pepe Ars here. Pepe Ars, again, just waiting for a run. Waiting for one of our runners to put in a decent little shift here. And we get it to Ellis Todd. He's going to dink it over the keeper. Surely Macaulay Bonne. There's no way Macaulay Bonne has not got that on target. There is actually no way we've headed that ball over. From about a yard out. Lovely play from Pepe to Todd. And Todd puts in a beautiful cross there that really should be making its way to the back of the net. But doesn't end up being that way. And we are going to have to change to a slightly more attacking formation, I think, here, because at the moment we're not looking great. I think I'm going to have to bring on Ilias Chair, but I'm trying to work out who for. So let me sort this out, and we'll be there in a sec. Okay, I'm going to a 4-5-1 kind of dealio. So Cameron's going to be our CDM. Chair's coming on for Amos. I'm going to come on as a left cam here. One thing I might have to do is potentially take off Macaulay Bonne, and I'm going to bring on Brightside Samuel as well. So we've got a Domer up top as a one-man striker, Chair and Ars just behind him, and then Bright and Todd on the wings. Let's see, hopefully, if this can maybe make a bit of a difference here. Obviously, Bonne, after missing that sitter, I think is going to have to take a little seat on the bench, because that was inexcusable, honestly. Brightside Sammy here, going to play it through to Pepe Ars. Pepe Ars now, can he just keep this ball alive? He does. Plays a lovely little dinked pass to Brightside Sammy, who works his way through the defence, finds the back of the net, comes on as a beautiful impact sub, and that is an assist for Pepe Ars, and a lovely goal there for Brightside Samuel. I have to say, that injection of pace, just some fresh legs, just to work his way through the defence there, was exactly what we needed. The formation change, I don't necessarily make too much of a difference, because Ilias didn't really get too involved, but it felt kind of good having, 2 attacking players on the right-hand side there, so maybe it's something I need to consider going forward, because it seemed to work pretty well. Nice little bit of overlap, but 1-0, finally, we take the lead in this game. Get the ball here to Brightside Samuel. Bright is going to try and just get the right side of the defender. Does so perfectly. Lovely cross in. Ilias Chair finds the back of the net. Now we are cooking with fire, boys. That is exactly what we needed to see. A beautiful run again from Bright. Again played through from Pepe Ars. This 4-5-1 doesn't feel too bad, you know. It feels pretty good, I can't lie to you. And then we had 2 players there running into the box. You can see Ilyas busting a gut to get there at that back post, and it's a beautiful cross in. Albert Adoma was just past him, but Ilyas was there for that volley at the back post. And that is 2-0, boys. Things you do in fact love to see. Potentially our last chance to push forward here in the game. Pepe Arsenal is going to try and set Albert Adoma away. Not the best through ball. Plays it into his feet more than anything. Ilyas going to try and turn and get a finesse away. Pepe beaten in the air there, but does well to win that ball there and get that deflection. Can we maybe try and push for a cheeky third late on into the game? Bright gets beat by the defender there, and that surely is going to be full time. Bloody whistle, there we go. That is full time, boys. 2-0, final score. I have to say, we did play well in the second half. The changes were very impactful. I have to say, a big GG to my main man, Mr. Pepe Ars. He has been fantastic since coming in. I have to say, he's been very, very good there. Still can't believe how Macaulay Bonne has missed that sitter there. He's just headed it upwards instead of knocking it down, which is a real shame. But I'm very, very happy. Bright coming on getting a 9.4. Fair play to him. Pepe getting an 8.1. It's always good to see the youngsters doing well. Ellis Todd still being consistent and doing the job for us. But mate, you could see we kept them quiet. We didn't have much of the ball, but when we did, we made it count. But that is going to be where we end today's episode. A game in the league, a game in the cup, and a little bit of transfer business. Again, please do let me know down below if you have any suggestions for us going forward for potentially bringing in either a loan short-term centre-back on affordable wages or someone we can pick up, again, for an affordable price and affordable wages. But thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you have, then please do leave a thumbs up and a like on this video. I do appreciate it very, very much. If you're new to the channel, then please do consider subscribing, hit that sub button, and make sure you turn on notifications to be told anytime that we upload a video or indeed go live with a live stream. But for now, guys, I want to say a massive thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you soon. And look after yourselves, and of course, wash your hands.
What?
In a bit.
Now his name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, we'll say hello. Entertained, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty games, yeah, you already know.